Hi, this is Susan Ebling with Cranston Associates, Remax Lake of the Ozarks. This is your monthly sellers video, and I'm doing a third quarter market update. As a whole, the number of transactions from third quarter of last year to third quarter of this year are up. In 2012, end of third quarter, we were at 1,633 transactions, and that is lake-wide, not just Remax, not just Cranston Associates. And we're up to 1,888 transactions. The volume is also up from 284 million in 2012 to 357 million this year. So what is happening is, again, same thing we've been saying for about 18 months now. Our inventory is decreasing, and our showings are down because our inventory is decreasing, but our number of contracts are up. So that means that the good listings, which we'll talk about in a minute, are really flying off the shelves, and buyers are actually starting to kind of have a hard time in certain segments of the market find what they want. When something comes on in a certain area, a certain price range that is priced appropriately, you know, staged well and ready to sell, it goes rather quickly. Every category of the market does show improvement except one, and that is condos. They haven't gone down, they're just flat. So in other words, the number of transactions for about the past 3 or so years and the volume has really stayed so close to each other that it's about the same. Part of the reason for that is there is no new condos being built, so there's no new inventory available. That's going to change next year a little bit with some things like Land's End building their last building, and some other projects starting to add buildings that were, you know, meant to be built 4 or 5 years ago. They're finally going to start those. So you'll see a change in that maybe next year or the year after, but for now condos are really the thing that really hasn't shown any improvement. There are specific segments of the market within the categories that are really responsible for a lot of the improvements. So in other words, while the number of transactions and volume has improved in lakefront homes, specifically the 500,000 to million price range is really what's responsible for a huge jump. In 2012, at the end of third quarter, there were 35 transactions done in that 500 to million, and in 2013 there were 71, so it more than doubled. In the off-water category, the reason the segment that has improved drastically in that category is the 200,000 to 350 offshore home. In 2012, there were 48 sold at the end of third quarter, and this year there have been 80. So again, nearly another double. So there are specific segments within the categories that are really responsible for a lot of the improvement. I will tell you this, if you are a buyer and you are looking for something, I would not wait. If you are looking and you find something, you need to move on it because chances are it's going to be sold quickly. If you're a seller, you need to make sure that you're priced appropriately and that you've got it ready to sell, in other words, staged and clean and ready to go, so that you have a good chance of grabbing one of those buyers. I will tell you this, if you have not been to the lake and seen our trees, you need to come down within the next week or so because the colors are fantastic. They haven't been this great in several years, and you know it doesn't last. Once they turn, you get the color for about a week and then they're gone. So I invite you to come on down. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.